technical difficulties. So maybe this time it will work. It'll stay on. Sorry about that. Good thing I didn't start putting on this color. So I was gonna show how to put this color on, and I was saying it can be a little bit difficult because it's a matte color and they tend to be a little more difficult to apply, but one of the keys to making sure they apply correctly and that you get a good nice smooth finish is to keep your lips really spread apart when you're doing it. So you'll get to see all that. And I did manage to grab, if you were here for the first ones, I did grab a mirror, so a little one, so I still might, and I'm not advertising for them, but so yeah, I'll use this like this. Anyway, hi Eileen. We're gonna try again. I think it's gonna work this time. It hasn't stopped yet, so that's a good sign, right? Okay, so I'm just doing what it says. Okay, cool. So if you want to heart or comment or anything, I'll know that I can see them. Hopefully we don't lose this one. Okay, so I'm shaking up the apple cider. I'm going to apply that. This is a really pretty neutral. Hi Susan. Hi Liz. Neutral color apple cider. It's going to be backwards on here. Let me see. Might make this a little bit. There we go. Okay. So you get to watch me put this on. Really fun. Alright. So what I was saying about the mattes is that you want to keep your lips really tight when you do it. And there's like barely any, see that? There's not a lot of product on the end of this wand. Yep, it's apple cider, so here we go. It's really difficult applying it without a mirror. It's a tiny little thing. So, alright, get some more. Sorry, bear with me. Okay. We're gonna do thanks. Okay. Yeah, so that's just one coat. It's really pretty. I like this a lot. So let me try to hurry out a little bit. The thing with the mattes is that you want them to really dry. They take a little bit longer. It's not going to be perfect today. That's okay. One more. I need to grab my glossy gloss. I think that I would have been. There it is. Alright, one more. And then we'll do some swatching, which is nice because you can get to see more colors that way, better than just a picture. Hi, Cotton. Alright. Once it dries, I'll put some Glossy Gloss on, and then I'll be able to talk. Sorry, got really close there. So yeah, what do you think? It's a pretty color. I like this color. And I mentioned before that you can do, you can layer the colors. So like I said before, it would be really cool if you got a darker color and a more neutral color. It would be like we were talking about the Mother's Day deal, which is 2 colors, and it's basically a starter set and a color, and then you don't pay for shipping, and I'm not charging tax, and you get a little cosmetic case with it, all included, so for 80 bucks. So anyway, yeah, and that's with the Glossy Gloss, and maybe a little later I'll apply some matte gloss. That way you can see how the matte gloss works, but we'll let it set for a little bit. And I did pull up your picture of the different colors. I always plan these things out in my head, and there's so much more. Oh good, yeah, it is pretty. They're always so much more planned out than they end up being. But so I have your picture on my iPad, and I also have, this is apple cider, so we saw that. So I have these colors I thought I would swatch for you because I think they look pretty similar to some of the ones on here. And I have them all in stock, I do believe. So first is one of our most popular colors, and that's Bella. And it's one of those colors that looks good on everyone. That's what I had on yesterday. So I'm just going to swatch it here on my hand, and I'll show you. And we'll still do 3 swatches. And it's really... So that's just 1 layer. Do 2 layers. And we'll get a little more product. And 3. So that's Bella. It's really, really pretty. And it'll be even better when there's something next to it, so you can really compare. So that looked, on me, I have really pigmented lips. I have a very rosy lips. They have a lot of color to them naturally, and that's one other reason why I really liked Lip Sense, was because I hated when I would put lipstick on and they would, you know, my lipstick would move or something, and then I would have like 2 colors going on my mouth, and I didn't plan to have that. So that was another selling point for me, was that I could just put it on and it would stay where I put it, which is awesome. So let's see, let's do Roseberry. This color is really pretty too. So I'm gonna put that right next to Bella, and we can compare those. So I know you guys saw the some of you saw the live video with Christine. Comment below. I see there's only 2 of you, but people can watch this afterwards too. So anybody that watched the video with Christine, go ahead and comment that you watched it or you saw it. And if you didn't, I'll tell you, it was really fun. I had a great time. And what's really cool is Facebook just came out with this new feature for Facebook Live, where you can have side by side. So it would basically, if it's landscape mode, it's going to split your screen and you can invite other people. And so I thought, yeah, good, Susan. I thought, how cool would it be? My necklace is attached to my shirt. How cool would it be? I'm running this past you guys. You guys are my first online party, so thank you. And I've been having so much fun. I'm kind of like bummed that it's ending tomorrow because I've really had a lot of fun talking about it with everybody, and the interactions that we've had on some of the posts and stuff have been really fun. But anyway, so Facebook, you can do the side-by-side thing. Well, I thought, I'm not saying anybody has to do it now. Nobody has to feel obligated, but I'll probably go live again tomorrow. And I thought if there was any brave soul out there, and Eileen, you're included in this, but no pressure, that wanted to go live side by side with me, we could do that. And it's not really any kind of planning. I would just host it like I'm doing now, and then I can actually just swipe to the side and view and see who's viewing. So it's Eileen and Susan right now, and I could just click on you, you would get an invite, and then you could, you know, but it's up to you. So I might do that maybe tomorrow. I'll propose that and see if anybody wants to do that. And just to kind of like, it's even more interactive because, you know, what's a comment, you know, below? I don't really get to talk to you, you know, so if anybody's up for that, I might do that tomorrow as like you know, at the end of the thing. So the first, the more brown one is Bella, and then this is what we just did, which is Roseberry. So we have Bella and Roseberry right here, and I'm wearing apple cider right now. I just applied it. If you are just tuning in, hi Margaret. Okay, let's try. This is, okay, so people have asked me, what's the difference between a shimmer and a frost and a matte? So, what was Roseberry? I think Roseberry's and matte. These are both matte colors. So they're matte in the sense that there's not really, and hopefully the camera will pick it up when I do this next one, there's not really any glitter that you're catching in the light or anything. So let's look at this one. This is pomegranate, and it's really pretty too. And it's got these like, it's a little harder to tell between the shimmer and the frost, but it's either a shimmer or a frost. I think it's a shimmer because it's even more shimmery, but it might be a frost, but we'll do that. On the other side of Bella, and it's really pretty. So I don't know, Susan, if any of these are looking like any of the colors that, but these are the kind of the colors that, yeah, you can really see those, that glitteriness. I'm going to have this all over my hand tomorrow when I go to work because it's, I mean, I could probably make it come off, but, so, try to get it so, I might take a picture. I'll take pictures on my phone after this, and I'll post them to the group so you guys can see exactly like in a better light and with a picture. But I don't know if you can catch it on the camera, but there's like, yeah, there's little glitters in this one. I can kind of see it shimmering a little bit where you can see the other one's not. Yeah, Roseberry. Roseberry is really pretty. So you can see like Bella is much more brown and the other two are much more pink. But I'll take a picture of this too, of my hand, and post it that way. You can really see what it looks like, because sometimes on camera it's a little bit misleading maybe. This is another one, Red Cherry. I think I only have one of these in stock. It's a matte. Again, you can see, like, see how there's no, and this tape is just because it's my tester. There's no glitter, there's no kind of shimmer. But if we look at this one, you can really see it's much more reflective. See those little glitters? So, okay. So we'll do Red Cherry and see what that looks like. Another matte. Sure, yeah, I can talk about the glosses. We'll put glosses on here and we'll see how that changes the color. We'll do the orchid gloss and I'll show you how it'll make the colors look a little different. And again, I will take a picture so that we can see. I'll try to like do it on one half and we'll be able to compare the glosses with or without the glosses. So, and when I say that, you do have to use Glossy Gloss, but there's they make other glosses that are colored glosses. So I actually have one right here. This is mine. And I know because the label's all messed up. I don't know. This is Orchid. I really like this gloss. It's really pretty. You can see how it's kind of purple iridescent. It looks really pretty by itself, and then it looks gorgeous on top of everything. So, so I have those colors. I don't know how well I did. I mean, I think some are a little bit more pink than my iPad is doing that night shift thing. But, you know, I think Roseberry is close to this one. Let me see. Let me look at them. Bella I feel Bella's sort of close to that. Your color may be a little more rosy and less brown than Bella. I think that, like you said, I think Roseberry looks kind of like this one. Pomegranate is probably closer to this color. That's what I'm thinking. But I'll take a picture after and show you. I'll put it on the thing. So yes, 3 matte colors, and that second color from the top is the one that was I think it's a shimmer. Because the frost colors, let's see what else I have. I also have Strawberry Shortcake. I think Strawberry Shortcake is a frost. So I'll show you that too. This one is much more pinky, I'm pretty sure. So, and sometimes people see them on the in the tube, and it can look kind of intimidating, but it really works. I think they look pretty on anybody, but it works with your own. Not so much your chemistry, but like your own lip coloring and your skin tone. It plays off of that, and it kind of blends into that too. So here's Strawberry Shortcake. So that might be something you'd like too. And these colors, they're so rich and pretty, and it's gonna last all day, which is amazing. So look. You can do this and it's not gonna go anywhere. So yeah, that's Strawberry Shortcake. It's very very pink and fun and bright. All right, let's look at. Let's see. And if you have any requests that you may want to see swatched on my hand, I still have room, so you can drop a comment if there's a color that I didn't show you. So I've shown you Strawberry Shortcake, Bella, Apple Cider, Roseberry, Pomegranate, and Red Cherry so far. If there's a color that you're kind of thinking about and I didn't show you, if I have a tester, I would be happy to show you. I pretty much have a tester of everything. There might be a couple that I don't. So, I would be happy to show you those. Anyways, okay. So, I think I can still see the comments. But, yeah, if there's a color that you were thinking, that looks interesting, but I'm not sure if I want, you know, let me show you Pink Champagne too. Pink Champagne is beautiful. I love this color. This is a color that if I had to recommend a color for somebody that didn't know what they wanted and they just wanted a great starter color, it would be Pink Champagne. Every single person that has tried Pink Champagne on, that has bought it from me. So it's that good. Every person. And okay, I'll do Bombshell, and I do have Bombshell with me. I'm not at home right now. And if I have Dusty Rose, I'll do that for you, Liz. Okay, so let me show you Pink Champagne just because it's like such a great color, especially like if you really are thinking of maybe getting it for a mom or your sister or your daughter or, you know, your grandma or your aunt or, you know, whoever. If you're thinking of somebody that picking out a color for them, I would say Pink Champagne would be a great color to choose, because you can't go wrong with it. Haven't had anyone who didn't like it, so it's really pretty. It's nude enough, but it has that really pretty, nice pink to it, and it is a frost. I'll do Bombshell next. Bombshell's really pretty. Apparently, Jennifer Aniston likes that color. Now, Christina Aguilera, we all know, she's known to have like bright red lips. She likes blue red, and she actually, we actually have pictures of her like modeling it for us. So now the Jennifer Aniston thing is more like hearsay, but I'm pretty sure that she likes Bombshell. So we'll do that one next, and I'll do it right next to Pink Champagne because they're sort of similar. Bombshell is a more like neutral, less pink than Pink Champagne. So this right here is Pink Champagne, and you can really see how it catches the light. It's so pretty. It's a frost. It looks good on everybody, like everybody. It really does. It's really pretty. And yeah, so these next to my lips, I look really white. I need to get us some color. But anyways, okay, so let's do, this is fun. Kind of stumbled into this idea. I was like, oh, I could do live swatching. That would be fun. People like to see colors, especially because I can't be there with you and let you do this in person. This is like maybe the second best thing, right? Okay, so here's Bombshell. Again, you can kind of see this is another frost. It might even be a shimmer. I got to get better with that, and I meant to bring my book, but I didn't bring it, so. Yeah, the swatching is really fun. It makes my hand look really fun, too. Alright, this is Bombshell, and it's actually similar to Apple Cider, which is what I have on, but Apple Cider doesn't have the kind of glittery finish to it. So, and see how it goes on really light. That's one swipe of it. But you always want to do 3 coats, because the first coat and the top coat actually protect the middle coat. So that's the one that lasts, is what they say. So when you put your lip scents on, you want to start with clean lips, dry, and you can just clean them with water and a towel and just kind of get whatever's on them off. And then make sure they're dry and just apply. Do the last. It's looking really, really neutral on my hand. Like, it's really not doing it justice, but it would be really natural on anyone. But of course, it's gonna be a little more pink on your lips because your lips are pink underneath. So, but it's another really pretty color, and you can see that it's just kind of nice and has a nice shimmer to it. See how the light's bouncing on those and not on these other ones? So that's what we mean when we say the other colors are matte. When you put them on and you put glossy gloss over them, they're going to be shiny, so that's not what you'd call matte, but the color is matte. So that's Bombshell. What else did we say? We wanted to try Dusty Rose, right? Let me see what I have. Raven Rose. Oops, I'm dropping lip scents. I might not have a Dusty Rose open. And I don't have my all of my stuff with me. So yeah, I don't have Dusty Rose with me. Sorry. What did I drop? Do I need that? Oh, that's sand gloss. Let me grab that. I'm dropping stuff. That's the great thing about being live. There's no editing. Hi. I have an audience besides you three people right now too, which I'm not used to. I've done everything else behind closed doors and nobody's like been there when I was doing it. So this is sand gloss, which is I'll just swatch that on my hand too, see if we can have that come up. The glosses are going to be harder to see, obviously, but you can kind of, it's a nice sandy color. It looks really pretty over, yeah, it's hard to see, but you can kind of see that yellow tone. So that's just from the gloss. So let's do, yeah, we're gonna do the orchid, and I'll show you. You don't need to shake the glosses. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so I'm gonna do it on 1/2. We're just gonna kind of swipe down. My hand's a mess now. Do this half of this one. And to be fair, I'm going to put glossy on the other half so that you can see. Okay, it's probably going to be hard. I'll take a picture afterwards, but you can kind of see this color, how that's kind of got that purple sheen to it now. So this half on top has the orchid gloss, and then the lower half is just regular gloss. So do you see how it's reflecting that purple? It's really pretty. I really like orchid. Orchid is one of my favorites. I have opal, and see, this is pink champagne in the middle. See how it really makes it a little more purple with that orchid gloss on it. So, and that's just sand gloss over there, but yeah, so you can kind of see it. You can kind of see the like purple, the purple flecks catching the light, and yeah, so that's the fun you can have with the glosses. Different, it'll just change your color up just a little bit, and what's great is you can wear them without the color too, so you can just use those by themselves. Yeah, so, and I think you wanted one of those, right, Eileen? So you're gonna get an orchid, and it's just really fun. It's really pretty. It makes your pinks like really pink. Just enhances, you know, brings all that out. Same with the sand, which is, the sand is really nice. And this is actually not mine, so I'm not going to use that one. But sure. Let me see. This is like a challenge. I think we did, well, I did Bella first, but then I did Roseberry. So I did Roseberry, Bella, Pomegranate, and I think that one was, this is Strawberry Shortcake up here. I think that one was Red Cherry, yeah. Red Cherry is here. So Roseberry, Bella, Pomegranate, Red Cherry, Strawberry Shortcake, Pink Champagne, and this is Bombshell. Yeah, Red Cherry. Yep, Red Cherry. So, yeah, so, I mean, those, they're all so pretty. Yeah, you can see why I got hooked. Yeah, so, like I said, Bombshell is really similar to this. It didn't show up as well on my hand, but it's really similar to Apple Cider, but it has a more, Apple Cider's a little bit deeper, Yeah, red cherry. It is pretty, isn't it? So you're liking this one, right? Is this the one? Yeah, it is really pretty, isn't it? And now, just so I want everybody to understand, I think I've said it before, you do still want to get your gloss, because people have said, oh, can I get the other gloss instead of the glossy? You're still going to want to have your glossy because it's going to do the most moisturizing. Yep, see, I'm one step ahead of you, Margaret, or behind you. I don't know. There's a lag sometimes on these things. But yeah, so you want to get the glossy. You're still going to want to have the glossy because it sets your color and it has the most moisturizing benefits and everything. And that's what really sets the color and just make sure it's going to last all day. Then, and this is what I like to do. I have a commute when I go to work. I have a 50-minute commute. So, and it doesn't have to be 50 minutes, like you don't have to wait 50 minutes, but I usually put it on before I go to work, and then I just throw the glossy gloss on, and you know, whatever other gloss I have in my bag, be it matte or glossy or whatever, or orchid, then I just throughout the day use that gloss. But I always make sure that my first layer of gloss on top of the color is glossy, because it is designed to work, to do this job, to, you know, seal in the color and really moisturize your lips, because it actually soaks through the color. It permeates the color and moisturizes your lips. I mean, my lips, I was a hardcore chapstick EOS, you know, all the time, and I actually got chapped lips kind of often if the weather changed, if it got real windy or something for a few days, and excuse me, or cold. I was always using chapstick, and I even used, you know, Carmex, I think it's called. I kind of loved that stuff back in the day, but that's because, I don't know, it was probably terrible for me. But it would like fix my lips overnight. But I don't have to do that anymore because my lips are getting the moisture that they need every day from my glossy gloss, and they're not getting a waxy buildup on them, and so the product is actually able to reach your lips, and it's not getting stuck behind just another layer of wax. I mean, think about wax. It builds up. Like if you know, yeah, I mean, it works, but you won't need that if you're using your glossy gloss. And I also have, I don't have it with me. It's not that exciting to see anyway, but Senegence, which is the company that makes LipSense, they also sell a lip balm. So I have that, and it's kind of one of those, what they call unicorn, sort of hard to get right now, like really hard to get. It comes in and it goes out. And I have that, and so that is kind of, that fills the void for those people that are like chronic, like they need to, if they're not wearing color, you know, if they're not putting this, they need to wear lip balm. So I have that. And it is pretty hard to get, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, glossy gloss is, and especially glossy gloss in a color, and then you can put some orchid. So I probably digressed, but anyways, so yeah, you want to seal it first with the glossy, then you can go through and put your other ones on. So let me show you. You can see kind of, that's pretty shiny still, right? And I know some ladies, really don't want such a shiny finish all the time, so I don't have a tissue right at my fingertips, so I'm just gonna wipe the gloss off, and then I'm gonna show you ladies what matte gloss, how it works. Now, isn't that amazing? Like, can we just stop and see how amazing that is, right? I mean, seriously. It's still here, but it's not here. It's not, sorry. I still get amazed sometimes. You have to appreciate, you know, how amazing it is. And I have tried other long-lasting, I haven't mentioned about this before either, but I've tried other long-lasting, supposedly long-lasting, it's crazy, and that's what got me. I was like, give me some of this stuff, because, you know, if it does that, I want it. But I've tried the other brands of long-lasting stuff, and right away, you put it on, and I guess the way it works is to dry out your lips and kind of just try to grip on. This is other things. This is not how LipSense works or feels. I just pulled all that gloss off, most of the gloss off, and my lips, they still feel soft. It's not crusty. I could walk around like this for an hour or two probably before I would feel like I would want to put some gloss on. And that's after wiping it off. So if you put it on and don't wipe it off, you're not reapplying all day. You can, and I did at first, and that's another point. When you first start, your lips are going to go through a repairing sort of process, and they call it exfoliation. So I keep touching all this gloss that's on my hand. So your lips have built up product on them already. It's, you know, it's just that waxy buildup has built up on your lips. So when you first try the product, don't be discouraged if after, it took me, now I got a couple at the same time, like I got several colors at one time, so I wanted to try them all. So I was putting it on, taking it off, which expedites the exfoliation process. So my lips, I think I got most of the dead skin and all that stuff off my lips pretty quickly. But if you're just like a normal person and you're applying it, you may find that, you know, after 5 hours, it's starting to look, you know, a little worn or something. But that goes away after a week. And after a month of using LipSense and strictly using LipSense and Glossy Gloss, you don't even have to, this is matte, but Glossy Gloss, you don't even have to buy the lip balm. But if you're just using your starter kit and you're just applying your Glossy, your lips are going to start to heal and they're going to be better than ever. And you won't need to reapply Glossy as often. But the exfoliation phase will end and your LipSense will last longer and longer. And so I always, when ladies say, oh, my LipSense isn't lasting, you know, I ask them, well, are you using other products still? And most of the time, yes. And the other, so there's a couple tricks. So if any of you ladies that have purchased it are having any trouble with it, please let me know. I can go through the steps with you and make sure that you're going to get your best application. It sounds silly, but okay. So my lips, this is with I took off the glossy. I have the matte gloss now. I know, I flipped the camera. I can flip it so it's not mirrored. Like, that's why everything's backwards. But then I was like, I couldn't. We understand a mirror better than I do, like, when it was the right way. So, anyways. So this is still moisturizing, but you can see it did not, like, it's not that glossy, high gloss finish that you get with Glossy Gloss. And this is another what they call unicorn, and I have several of these in stock too. So if you're interested in, you know, maybe trying to get a different look, I mean, it didn't really change much from, so that's what the matte gloss ends up looking like. And it'll soak in a little bit more even and become even more matte as the day goes on. So again, this is kind of just like the colored ones. You're going to want to put on glossy first and then apply your matte. Because the glossy is really what seals everything in. It has all the shea butter and the moisturizing and the vitamin E. That's all these good things for your lips. So, was there anything else? Did you ladies, I see that people are on, and so if there's anybody, I won't just jump right off. If you have questions, or maybe if there was any other colors that you wanted, I could start on my other hand. But if everybody's good, I'll let you go. But yeah, so did I miss anything? Was there anything else I said I was gonna do that maybe I didn't? Yeah. Yeah, so Eileen says that's a good point about not mixing with other brands. I made the mistake and ended up with color of my Glossy Gloss applicator from the other brand. Yeah, and yeah, that will happen. And good, Susan, I'm glad. I hope that helped you. I know you wanted to try it and you were not sure what color, but yeah, so and like I said, I will post pictures of my hand before I wipe it off. I'll probably only end up wiping the gloss off because the colors are gonna, unless I take oops and, you know, scrub it off. But anyway, if you ladies have any questions, I'll stay on for like a minute or more, or a couple seconds. If anything pops up, I'll answer that. And only once with the glossy gloss do you run out of the color more often. No, you don't. You won't run out of the color before you're glossy. That's a good question and a good point. Okay, I will get to you, Margaret. I'll answer your question right after Susan. So the glossy gloss is not going to run out before your color. I mean, sorry, the glossy gloss will run out before your color. Your color is going to last 4 times as long as a regular tube of lipstick would last you. So I have, yeah, but the glossy gloss, you might go through a tube of gloss in 1 month, the first month. I know that from experience because I was glossing like crazy, but my lips needed it. They needed to be moisturized and rejuvenated. And now I can go much longer without putting any gloss on. And I just put it on as I feel I need it, you know? If I feel like I need some gloss, I just put it on. So, yeah, your color's gonna last longer than your gloss will last, because your gloss is what you're reapplying throughout the day to, just like you would. And you can see it's even, I can feel it, not drying, but I can feel that it's not wet anymore, if that makes sense, the matte gloss, and it's kind of even more matte. I like that. I don't know that I've done that combination before. I honestly don't put this matte gloss on because I think I leave it at home all the time, and so I'm always using the glossy gloss, but I do like the matte, so okay, and Margaret, so you filled out the order form, which is the Google Doc that I send out. Once you request it, I go ahead and send it, or Eileen has been really helpful, and she's been sharing the Google form for me because when I'm at work, I don't have very good reception on my phone, so it's hard to do all that. Sometimes things load and I'm able to, you know, on my lunch break or on a break kind of get back to people, but sometimes things just, you know, you get that little spinny thing and you're just like, I'm just gonna throw the phone out the window. But anyway, so you fill out the order form and then I will get the response back in the Google Doc, and I will go through and I will create an invoice through Square. And as long as you put an email, I think it was a required field, an email, it'll come to that email, and the invoice will get sent to that email, and then it'll come up and it'll say, my main group name is All the Pretty Things, because I feel like that's what I was going to be selling, were all the pretty things, you know, because SeneGence is more than just lip scents. There's also skincare, and actually, I didn't even mean to do this, but segue, I actually am wearing the foundation today, and I have their blush scents on, which is amazing. I might do a little thing about that later sometime. But I just used literally a dot of the blush scents on my cheeks, and it just, yeah, it's beautiful. And then I'm wearing some of the skincare too. I have on the moisturizer, and then I have on the pore reducing stuff, which looks pretty good. But yeah, I'm wearing the foundation today. So that's why my group is called All the Pretty Things. Okay, so back to the invoice. So it's going to say that, and then you can just click on pay invoice underneath of that, and then it's going to ask you for your credit card information and stuff, or debit card. And I guess there's a submit button on that. I haven't invoiced myself, so I don't know exactly how it looks, but once you do that, it'll tell me that you have paid, and then I will send it out. Yeah, Caroline, if there's any color that you would like to see, I'm putting them on my hands, and I have a whole blank hand if, you know, there's any color. But yeah, does that answer? So the ordering is you first tell me that you want to order, then I'm going to send you the Google Doc, and you'll fill out the Google Doc. That's going to give me all the information that I need, shipping and everything. Oh, good, Caroline. What color did you pick? And then once I go on, I have to log in on the computer and I look at the Google Doc responses, and then I go through and I manually make an invoice. So if it's not instant, it's because I'm doing everything behind the scenes. So I'm probably going to get off of here in a minute, and then I'll go on the Google Doc and I will see who I have in there and I'll invoice you ladies. And once you pay, and there is like a due date that I can put on it. Ooh, Aussie Rose. Okay. Good thing. I only had one more of those left. So you got it. I actually traded for that with another distributor, and she happened to have two, and she wanted to try two of the colors that I had. So we traded, and they're on the way. So for Katie, I was trading for one, and she happened to have two. So it was destiny. So you can have that one, Caroline. Yeah, and if you are getting a color that isn't listed, like Aussie Rose, I don't think is listed on my order form because I didn't actually have that in stock. I think I put a little spot if you can click like other color and then you can just type it in. And I know who you are too. It's mostly a form for me to gather your shipping address and that kind of a thing. So that's what the form is more for. Here's a secret. If there's ever a field that says required, but you don't, you're unsure, or you don't, I might have to come back to you and say, hey, I need that information. But you can just put put one letter in there and it will take it. So, just put an X or put NA but I don't think there's any fields that people would really need to not fill out on the order form. But yeah, once I get the response, I go in to Square, I make up a little invoice for you, it gets emailed to you, and then you can pay it whenever you want. And that's what I was saying, there's like a due date on it, but don't worry about the due date. It just makes me select a due date. I can say due immediately, which doesn't really matter to me, or I can say due in a week. But we do want to get the total for the party before the end of tomorrow. So so you can help Eileen by doing it as soon as you can. And also, as soon as you do pay, as soon as I get the little notification that the invoice has been paid, then I will bag up your stuff and I will send it out. And I have two ladies, or actually, no, yeah, two, because Katie's color and your color, Caroline, will be, I'm supposed to get them tomorrow. That's what the girl said who I traded with. So, yeah, so that'll be here tomorrow, so then I will be able to ship that on Friday. And I think it's only taking about 2 days, and there's tracking on all of that, so I'll be emailing you ladies all that information once it goes out, and that way you can track your packages just like normal stuff. But yeah, so if there are no more questions, look how matte it looks. That's really cool. I have not really played with the matte gloss very much, but I like it. My lips still feel moisturized, but they don't have that bright shininess to them. So I know a couple of ladies said that they were maybe interested in trying the matte, and I probably smeared all these together now, but the Glossy Gloss and the Rose Gloss, but those are the ones that we swatched. And I'll see if I can do them again, right? Okay. Roseberry, Bella, Strawberry Shortcake, Dusty Rose, wait a minute. Okay. Roseberry, Bella, Pomegranate. This is Pomegranate, not Strawberry Shortcake. And this is Dusty Rose. This one is Strawberry Shortcake. This is Pink Champagne. It's beautiful. And this is Bombshell. So that's what we swatched tonight. I hope that this helped some people. I know a couple ladies they want to buy, but they didn't know what they wanted. So, and I can always, if you send me a message or something, I'm happy to swatch and take pictures, or come back live again tomorrow if there are, if you're watching this after it's gone off live, go ahead and put a comment in there that says what color you'd like me to try, and I would be happy to swatch it. I'll come back on here live again. But anyway, so I'm gonna wrap this up, I think, and it was fun. I really like doing these live videos. I was really nervous about doing them at first, but it's getting easier and easier. And like I said, with this new feature, this split screen, any of you can pop into the live too, and I think that would be really fun. I'm sure people, you don't have to, there's no pressure, but it could be really fun. I had a lot of fun when Christine did it with me, so I thought, hey, it would be awesome to do it with the people that I'm having the party with. And Eileen, hint hint, maybe we can do one together tomorrow for the last day. If you don't want to, I totally understand, because it can be a little nerve-wracking, but it's fun, and especially with a buddy, you know, you don't feel as bad or as nervous. So I'm gonna say goodnight now, because I could probably talk forever, but I'll say goodnight, and I will see you ladies in the group. If you have any questions that I missed or didn't cover, I think I've been seeing most of the comments. I do know that sometimes comments are finicky, but I think I saw most of the comments, and if I didn't happen to answer your question, I'm sorry, but I'll look in the comments and I'll answer it too. And people watching, if you're watching this after it's live, like I said, go ahead and comment and leave a comment there. Good night, Susan. Good night, Eileen. Good night, Caroline. Let's see, who else? And Margaret. Yep. Okay, ladies, I will see you in the group, and see ya. Bye.